Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the 100 Dart Challenge. Today, we're looking at the knockout. And guess what? No rival, because this thing, if you can tell, is modified with the worker silencer on it. This thing fires half darts. Load one in, shut it, very powerful, and don't want to hit anything. Shoots it insanely hard, but the process of loading this thing is probably going to kill it in the 100 Dart Challenge because you have to flip this switch, and because the spring is not great, you have to kind of like swing it down, pull it down, push it up, load the round, shut it, and then you can fire. And with just that big process, this thing probably won't do that well. I mean, it always could. Probably not, though. And that's the big issue. Its handle is just massive. This is a massive handle. Like, look how thick that thing is. Like, my hands do not wrap around it. It's not uncomfortable. It's just very big. And we'll see what the half dart rival knockout can do in the 100 Dart Challenge. Shall we? Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of the 100 Dart Challenge. Today will be the first episode of half darts, and we're using my knockout for it, which, for some reason, I was doing some tests, and now there's rattling in it. Seems like it's fine, so we'll see how it goes. This thing hits about like 160, and it's probably going to be one of the slowest blasters on this list, unless somehow I can speed it up with all the mechanics I need to use. And I have it placed on my other box just to raise it up a little bit to make it easier. And with that, ready, set, go. That was not good. I did try to load two into the barrels at one point, but it does not fireball. So, yeah, that's an issue. At least this thing is just very smooth loading, because I have, opened up the barrels so that it's easier to load the rounds into it. It has a lip, like nerf should do. I don't know why some of these are just not firing at all well. These are brand new, so that could be an issue. Sorry, I forget how easy it is to pull this trigger. Yeah, there's definitely an issue with this guy. It's almost a slam fire blaster now. Huh. I'll close it after I load it, I guess. Definitely need to open this guy and fix something, it seems like. But yeah. I don't know why it's doing that. I think there's something in here that's actually broken. And I just squished the crap out of that dart, so. At least this is a nice, easy challenge. Nothing too difficult. Open. Man, this thing's slow, isn't it? Hey, but at least it's powerful. You at least give it that. I wonder if this could be easier. If I just hold it like this. A little. Huh. I don't know why it's doing that. It's slam firing sometimes. Even though this thing does not have slam fire. I am shooting this into the ground now, aren't I? That's fine. Just trying to get the fastest time we can. With a blaster that's slightly broken. Don't know why. This thing is really old. I got this when, the knockout was brand new, and modified it soon after. It does have a K26 in it, so could be issues. Maybe I'll open it up in this video and we'll see what's wrong. But it's not enough to actually affect this thing too bad. It's firing just fine, for the most part. I'm just going to spread the darts out because, man, this thing is not going fast. This thing just has too many mechanics. You got prime down, prime up, open its chamber, load its chamber, shut its chamber. Just too many things you need to do for it, you know, for a one-shot blaster. That's why I prefer the Fate. Because the Fate, you just prime back, load it, shut its barrel, shut the chamber, and you're ready to go. And I like the Fate's handle way better. This one's actually rubbing into my hand, I don't know why. I think it was because I was holding it wrong, so yeah. My bad. But yeah, this handle is thick. That's for sure. Alright, one slam fire in like, what, 40 rounds? That's not terrible. I'm gonna switch my fingers, actually. We're going with the middle finger to load and fire this guy now. Because I can hit the switch with my other finger. It is a little bit weird feeling though, but it definitely sped it up, that's for sure. But there's no amount of speed that I can do to this thing to make it any better than it actually is. Because this thing is just very slow. And looking at time, oh shit. Do not vacuum load. Vacuum load is a bad idea. I don't know, will this thing break before the challenge is over? There's a big possibility. I'm hearing rattling, that's for sure. Will this thing be the second longest blaster on the challenge? Because, dang, this thing taking its sweet time. That was a weird shot. That thing fishtailed the entire way out. I didn't know half darts could even fishtail. I'm still going as fast as I really can. I haven't, like, not slowed down, really. I'm just still firing. Oh. Almost there. Like 8 rounds left. And that thing is over my house. Over the shed. Great. 3. 2. Last one. And that is the second blaster ever to go into the 6-minute range. Right next to the anti-tank cannon that took 15 minutes. So that's terrible. And yeah, that doesn't sound good at all. But it's still working. And still has its great seal. And with that, we all knew the knockout was going to take forever. But 6 minutes? Like, I was moving that entire time as fast as I could. Yes, did I slip up sometimes because the loading is just very small? Yes, I did. But I still gave it my best shot. Literally, it just started rattling when I came out here, trying a few practice rounds. And let's just get to the recap, shall we? We'll see how this goes. Well. The knockout. Were we expecting any different, really? The knockout is a very interesting blaster that has a lot of mechanics for just a one-shot. So, of course, it sits, I'm going to say, pretty much dead last, because the anti-tank cannon is a completely different sort of thing. That's why I never gave the anti-tank cannon an actual episode number.
but sitting dead last at 29, 6 minutes 29.99 seconds. Yes, that is correct. Is the knockout. Even worse than the budget tiger thing. Even worse than the X-Shot eliminator. Like, those three are the worst. These two are the worst blasters, and somehow the knockout performs even worse than those, coming in at 29th. Falling only behind the anti-tank cannon, which is still over double it. And with that, not much else to say, so let's just get to the recap.
Alright, guys. First time opening this, so let's see what's wrong. If I can actually get it open one-handed. Alright, there we go, I got it. Now let's figure out what... Oh. That's broken. What is that? 2. Huh. This thing seems to be rattling too. It's something in here. The rest of the blaster seems to be okay. Alright, let's open up the plunger tube. Well then. Huh? The piece of the actual plunger head broke and is rattling around in there. I don't know why that messes with the catch, but I guess it does. Huh. Weird. Well, let's just get back to the recap, shall we? So how did this guy fare? Well, no more rattling, but you saw the plunger head is broken, so there's no fixing this guy. So in a matter of time, this guy will no longer work or function. But for the meantime, it still works. It just has that issue of slam firing sometimes, which is fine. I could always glue it if I felt like it, maybe in the future. Overall, just because you have to open, prime down, push up, load round, shut, and then fire. Just having that many actions for a one-shot blaster is why this thing is so slow. There is no fixing this, and for it just to be this slow is just impossible to do anything with. The trigger, perfectly fine. Handle is insanely thick, and you can't wrap your hands around it. I don't care who you are. Maybe if you're 7 foot and got a big-ass hand, you can get your hand around this, but there's just no way. And, yeah. Just because it has so many actions for a one-shot blaster is why it's now pretty much the last on the list, you know, except the anti-tank cannon, which that one makes sense. This one also makes sense, but it doesn't mean I like it. And with that, thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.